Alright guys, today we are going to talk about two new ways to measure capacity. Alright, and if you remember from our last video, capacity was the maximum amount that can fit in a container. The maximum amount an object can contain. Okay, so we're going to talk about two new ones, liters and milliliters. Alright, now a liter is a bigger measurement. A liter is going to be the bigger one of these two, just like a gallon was the biggest one of the four that I mentioned in the last video. Okay, a liter is about the size of my water bottle that I drink every day. Okay, so up to the top it says 1,000 ml. That's milliliters. Okay, so what that means is 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter. So every day Ms. Vitus tries to drink at least one of these at school. Okay, so 1 liter, we now know 1 liter, just by looking at Ms. Vitus' bottle, is equal to 1,000 milliliters. Okay, now a milliliter means that compared to this, 1,000 of the milliliters fits in this, okay? A milliliter is very small, all right? And you measure a milliliter using something called a pipette, okay? And I do not have one, but here's a picture of one, okay? These little pipettes you've probably seen with science stuff, okay? Maybe when our little science friends came to do our field trips that you might remember these. All right, and a milliliter is the little bit of amount of water that can fit inside this pipette, okay? So that compared to this is a big jump. So that's why there's 1,000 milliliters in a liter, okay? So those are two more ways that we can measure capacity, all right? Now I'm going to show you how you can do milliliters to liters because it's just as easy as when we were doing centimeters to meters, okay? Centimeters to a meter was 100. Well, we now know liters to milliliters is 1,000, all right? So if I had 2 liters, that would be equal to 2,000 milliliters. Okay, now I'm going to start showing you the abbreviation for liters and milliliters so that I don't keep having to write that. All right, so now if I had, let's say, 6 liters. All right, liters, you can also abbreviate that. I'll erase it so that you can see it. You can abbreviate that with a capital L. Okay. 6 liters is equal to, look at the pattern, 1 liter, 1,000 milliliters. 2 liters, 2,000 milliliters. 6 liters, 6,000. M for milli, and then capital L for liters, milliliters. Okay? Same thing if we did 10 liters. It's equal to 10,000 milliliters. Okay? Simple as that. Milliliters and liters are easy to switch between. Okay? Now, for your homework, here's what I want you to do. Okay? Again, at the top of your paper, make sure you've got capacity, lesson 2, because this is the second lesson. Okay? For your first question, again, I want you to tell me the 2 types of measurement that I mentioned today. Okay? I also want you to tell me how to abbreviate them. So don't just tell me cups or pints or gallons. Hint, I'm not trying to give you the answer. Okay? Make sure you tell me how to abbreviate it. I showed you with these last 2 examples that were up here. So if you need to, go back to the video. So I want you to list the 2 that I mentioned, but also tell me the abbreviation. Okay? The shorthand. All right? Number 2, I want you to tell me how many liters, Stephen's Vitus, getting ahead of yourself. How many milliliters in 1 liter? I'll put a capital L so you can tell the difference between the 1 and the liter. Okay, tell me how many milliliters are in a liter. And then for 3 and 4, since I showed you how to change between milliliters and liters, I want you to tell me how many milliliters are in 3 liters. So 3 liters are equal to blank milliliters. Okay. And let's do 5 liters is equal to blank milliliters. All right. So that should be simple enough. Tell me the 2 types of measurement that I mentioned in this video, which if you look at any of your other questions, you can already answer those. Make sure you give me the abbreviations, though. Those are also up here for your questions, okay? Then tell me how many milliliters are in 1 liter, and then change these 2 for me from liters to milliliters. 3 liters is equal to blank milliliters, and 5 liters is equal to blank milliliters. All right? Good luck. This should be pretty easy, and I'll see you tomorrow.